Did you know that Kamala Harris helped cover up the crimes of Planned Parenthood baby sellers? Oh, you're talking about the hoax, right? It's a real story.
What about the oversight committee debunking it?
Oversight committee? You're way behind. Huh? The public records that just came out from San Diego? The what? The successful prosecutions in the Fifth Circuit? No. Orange County? What? And the FBI investigation. Investigation?
Look, I'll break it down for you. In December 2016, the majority staff of the Senate Judiciary Committee in Washington, D.C., compiled a report containing evidence of crimes committed by Bay Area-based org Planned Parenthood Northern California, as well as by 3 other Planned Parenthood chains in the state and groups like Da Vinci Biosciences. The Department of Justice and FBI took them up on their referral to investigate the matter themselves. This was reported by CNN. What was our state's top law enforcement officer doing all this time? Meeting with Planned Parenthood lawyers and officials to conspire against the activists whose publications led to the Judiciary Committee and FBI investigations. Never mind the fact that these activists had a solid win in the Orange County courts, proving that Da Vinci Biosciences sold fetal remains for valuable consideration, in layman's terms for profit, and a solid win at the Fifth Circuit against another Planned Parenthood affiliate in Texas, which proved malpractice. Our Attorney General and her successors never let up their campaign against the activists who are trying to hold Planned Parenthood accountable. 4 Planned Parenthood organizations in California received money from fetal organ collectors without accounting for any legal reasons to be reimbursed, as was required by their own company manual. Higher-ups removed this policy from the manual once the clinic's activity were uncovered, and they were allowed to continue unimpeded until public scrutiny finally came in July of 2015. The Texas case in the Fifth Circuit established that they would make changes during an abortion to grab better specimens for organ collectors, essentially an act of medical battery against their patients. You hardly hear about the Fifth Circuit case, and there was never a state-led investigation here in California to clear them of allegations. Even the Legislative Audit Committee up in Sacramento voted against taking any action. Who was the main law enforcement officer to not take action at the beginning of all of this? Attorney General Kamala Harris, the Democratic nominee for President of the United States. And I'm an independent. This is not a Republican rant. I'm just a person who has serious concerns about fetal organ trafficking. Trafficking in terms of literal crimes that are already on the books. And back to Kamala Harris, collaborating with Planned Parenthood to take down the activists who brought this scrutiny against them is a bad look, especially when you factor in the Senate campaign contributions that Planned Parenthood was giving her at the time. Also, ordering an armed raid to confiscate the hidden camera videos, the videos that are still mostly under seal and hidden from the public. That's not a good look either. And while she never got to prosecute the activists herself, her investigation and raid prepared for what is now a 7-year-long ongoing case in San Francisco Superior Court, with the Attorney General's office threatening 2 activists with 10 years in prison for making hidden camera recordings in crowds and restaurants. Kamala Harris, you must answer to the public and to the press why you did not investigate or prosecute Planned Parenthood. The statute of limitations may have run out for the U.S. Department of Justice to do much about it, but you were there at the beginning of this story in 2015. It was your responsibility to handle. So my question, as president, will you take congressional referrals seriously and have your administration commit to prosecuting fetal trafficking crimes? Pro-Life San Francisco was at the DNC recently. I was able to highlight this story during a press conference outside, and I seriously believe that this is one of the most important topics that needs to be brought up during the presidential debate. Guys, make it happen.